Alright, party people!
We're playing as life allows and podcasting about it. It's the MMO Show.
That's not good.
No.
We ready?
Alright, ready?
You started!
Welcome back, everybody. This is the MMO Show, episode 14, recorded on Friday, October 23rd, 2015.
It is.
It is. I read it off the little bottom right corner of my computer.
Do we need someone to do like one of the bumpers for earlier on, or no?
Fuck yeah.
Like
One of the bumpers.
You know how we usually do the... This is the
Pre-show?
MMO Show episode. Yeah, the pre-show.
That's what I just said.
Oh, that's what you're doing?
Yeah, that's what I just did.
Put that part in there.
Yeah, you nailed that. That's what I knew what that was. I thought you were starting the show. I'm sorry.
I thought you were just telling us what day it was.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. That's kind of what the pre-show is. Oh, God.
We're off to a great start.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
It's been a while since you've heard one of these via your favorite podcast downloader. But we're back. It's episode 14. Tonight on the show we have Shannon.
Hi.
Hello. What are you drinking? Or what have you drank?
Wait. Do I have to list everything I drank tonight, or just what I'm
No,
drinking
no.
now?
Yes. Yeah,
I saw pictures of pictures.
Yeah.
No, those are private. Those pictures were private.
Oh, then I didn't see them.
That was just between you three, and I. So.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on.
I'm having a lovely Merlot this evening.
Is it in a box?
No, it's not in a box.
Okay.
It's not that good.
We also have tonight Brent.
Hello.
What are you sipping on this evening?
I am sipping on some Mike's. Again.
Yeah.
Mike's hard.
What's his last name?
Hard blackberry lemonade.
Okay.
It's a very long last
Hard.
name.
He's very hard too, apparently.
Yeah. So yeah, I got the summer pack that has a bunch of different ones in it.
Is there an expiration date on that, or?
Tonight.
It's fall.
I was about to say, wouldn't the expiration be fall? It just says fall on there.
Yeah.
3 in, and there's 12 in the pack, so
You're
I got
gonna
some.
be okay.
You better get to work before those go
Right.
bad.
Let's save some for the kids next week for Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason,
Yes.
what are you drinking?
I am drinking some Bushmills with some stones that we got from the Renaissance Festival,
Uh-huh.
along with a Coors Light.
Yeah?
He likes to
combo,
mix it
man.
up.
Is this like a margarona? What would that
No,
be?
I'm-
A bush
I'm
light?
I'm not sipping them together. I'm just like doing one sip and then the other.
They just pour it in there. A Boar's Mill
Yeah.
light.
Yeah. Is that
A Coors Mill. A Bush Coors.
Kush Mill.
Thorns.
But tomorrow.
That's why it's not going to ever take off. We can't think of a good name for it.
We're
No.
bad at
Like
naming
Margarona
things.
just fits.
We're really bad at naming things.
Y'all have those up there? Have y'all seen those?
What?
Or am I just spouting out words that no one's ever
Well,
heard?
I've never heard of anything you're saying. No.
So the Mexican restaurants down here give you a margarita with a Corona
Yeah.
bottle that's
Yeah, it's like tipped
and they
upside
call it
down.
a Margarona.
Yeah, we have those.
Oh, yeah. I've seen those. I don't drink those, but yeah.
Well, now you know what to call them.
Yeah.
My Sharonas.
I
Tomorrow we're
I
going
may
to a beer
insult
fest.
a lot of our listening audiences, peoples or whatever, but I call those the lonely housewives.
Hey, I drink those during work.
I know. That's how I got the name.
While I'm vacuuming.
That's how I got
Coors
the
Mill Margarona. Coors Mill Margarona.
I'm drinking.
I do
Merlot.
get annoyed. I work at home and I do get annoyed when I'm trying to vacuum and work pops up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Yeah.
I hate it when it happens too, because I come home, fucking vacuum is not done.
I know.
I'm like, I'm busy watching
really
the
pissed.
Arrow, and you want me to...
What? You have a rough day at work today? You couldn't get all the housework done? Yeah.
You know I like walking barefoot. I don't like feeling things on my feet.
Yeah.
Just the chips he was eating.
Ugh.
But speaking of like what we're drinking, Shannon and I are going to a beer fest tomorrow.
I was gonna try and bring that up. I didn't know how to do that, but yes, we're going
He did
to
it.
the Detroit Beer Fest in the Eastern Market area of Detroit. It's very classy, where they give us a whole bunch of chips and we put them in like fish bowls and drink all the beer. Really classy.
Nice.
All
gonna
of
be-
Y'all are
the
just like y'all get out and do stuff. Like you said you went to a Ren Fair
yeah.
last week.
No, actually, last week Jason ran a marathon. He did the
No, I did not. No, I
No.
did not run a
Let
marathon.
me. I'm going to clarify so that you're not. We went into Detroit, and he did the Detroit Free Press Marathon / half marathon. He did half of a marathon. Which, do you know how far half of a marathon is?
Yeah, it's half.
13
It's half of a
miles.
marathon.
It's 13 miles. He ran
So you got-
13.
It's 13.1.
freaking miles. Like that's amazing.
Point one.
So you have the 13.1 sticker on
I
the back of your
bought
car?
him a magnet, but he
I
put up
do.
a fucking sticker on his car anyway. It's quite a
Because okay,
it's
I'm
an
worried
issue.
that someone's gonna.
It's an issue.
I'm worried that someone's gonna steal the magnet from the car.
But that's
so
why
I bought the
bought
$2
you the
sticker.
magnet, the $3 magnet.
Well, they
I
better
have the-
be able to
And
run
now you have a
fast.
sticker on your car. That's so dumb.
I have the magnet on the fridge, so that's like a reminder of what I did there.
I can't roll my eyes enough.
I have a real piece of crap car that's paid off, so I just threw a sticker on the car. And
No.
I'm more worried about the magnet than the car.
On the
It's
headline.
What I'm saying.
But anyway. But yeah, he ran 13 miles, and I went down to Detroit, and it was actually amazing. There's so many people for this marathon. Like, I went into this one place to get warm, and like, it was the night before the marathon was the University of Michigan / Michigan State game, which is a big deal in Michigan, obviously, because all the Michigan
Right.
stuff I just said. So, there were two dudes in there, and they were like maybe late 20s, and they were still up partying from their footballness. Like, the one guy
Yeah.
was a Michigan State dude, and the one guy was a U of M dude, and yeah. So I hung out with them for a little while, but then I realized like I was getting a little sucked into too much stuff, so I pulled back.
It hadn't gone to bed.
No, they hadn't been to bed. They were still up. I got there at 10:30, and they were still up partying from the football game the day before. And so
Yeah.
they bought me like 2 drinks. I'm like, guys, I gotta go. And then I went to this other pub, and this lady was like probably 10 years older than me, and like her brother and her husband and a bunch of people were in the race, and they were all hanging out, and they were like all chatting with me and sit with us, and it was really fun, and they were really nice. And then I was leaving there, and another like whole table of ladies were like, I was leaving, and they're like, hey, come hang out, and like it was so social. Everyone's on a runner's high, and everyone's so
It was
nice.
one of those, like everyone who really lives in Detroit, like lives in the suburbs around Detroit. So it's really cool when there are those events where people actually go in the city, and it feels really cool.
I could, as a lone lady, I mean, I was walking into and out of any place, and like everyone was just polite and wonderful and nice and hanging out. And it was fantastic. Detroit Free Press Marathon. Run it. It's awesome. If you're a runner, really recommend it.
Cool.
So yeah, I
What
did
about you, Steve?
What?
are you drinking?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Hard root beer.
Ew.
What? Why did I get an ew?
No, that's good.
Okay. You're going to renege on that ew.
Yeah. That's
I'm gonna take that back and give you a. Ugh.
that's fine.
Ugh, what is hard root beer?
Oh, I got a purple tongue from my wine already.
Grody.
Anyway, yeah.
But it's been a while since we've all. No, it's been a week, but it's been a while since we've actually uploaded anything. So we need to catch up as to what we're doing.
All right.
For the most
Sure.
part, MMO wise, I'd say until today, we've all been still playing Final Fantasy XIV.
You've been on
Yes.
the same page. Yeah. It's been
Yeah.
good.
We've been doing weekly group events, and
Mhm.
I've had a ton of fun with that.
Those are great.
I would actually say it's probably been bad. It's been bad for the show because usually we need that diverse perspective, but it's really fun for us.
Yeah, we're all
Like as a
doing
group,
different
I
things.
like when we do this because it's the best time for us. But as a show, it's kind of why we haven't been able to do a show because like we're saying the same stuff again.
Yeah. Hey guys, Final Fantasy is
What?
still pretty fun.
Some people like the same stuff though. We'll get a bunch of Final Fantasy fans in.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Right? But it is so much more fun playing with like y'all than like anyone else on the server. Like I did a dungeon tonight with randoms. Oh, it's horrible.
I like that we're better.
Horrible.
We're like this much better than random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and we get on Skype and we chat, and it's
Yeah.
better than the just complete quietude of the pugs. So
Yeah, and we've done stuff like repeatedly and kind of progressed. But I love as a healer. I'm worried about healing in any sort of pug, but with you guys, it's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And that's been really cool.
Do you like
And
when
say-
we hit limit break?
Yeah,
Okay.
where like whoever can hit it first.
Just so that everyone knows, in Final Fantasy, when you're in a group situation, especially in a dungeon, you build up as you attack things, like all of your damage points build to a group limit, which is called a limit break. And whoever hits that in your group, if your healer hits it, they let off this unbelievable heal. Or if your tank hits it, it's like this amazing tank ability. Or your DPS, it's this major, rock down DPS reign of terror thing. So generally you save it for a really dire need situation in your MMO. Like, oh my god, we need DPS now. Oh my god, we need heal now. Type of situation. No, not us. Because that's dumb. What we do is the first motherfucker who's paying attention enough to notice that the limit break is full hits it. Whether we're in a... We might not even be in a combat situation.
No, it's basically a quick time event.
Yeah, it's like, it's like, hooray!
First person.
Damn it!
It's not just in our group though. When I'm in any group, I'm like on that limit break. I'm like, I don't think they know where the button is, so I'll have to
they haven't put it on their
show
hotbar.
them.
They may be saving it.
In pugs, okay. Okay.
I would say in a pug, a heal. You save it for the healer, right? Unless you really, really know.
Because
Unless
I did
you
a
know the
random
fight.
pug like a month or two ago where I was at DPS and someone had said to me towards the end, "Do you know how to do the limit break?" And I didn't really understand it then, but now I kind of do. Like, was I the only one not to hit it?
Well, they may have said like that may have been a situation in the fight where it's commonly known that your class hits the limit break.
But I was like 1 DPS. Like, I mean,
Like, why would they be asking you to do that?
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I
They
wasn't there.
they saw your character, the way you were geared up, and he's like, I bet you this guy doesn't know anything about limit break.
He didn't.
Or maybe I was the only one who did not hit it. Like everyone else had hit it as soon as it came up.
Maybe it was a sincere question. Hey, do you know how to use
Hey,
limit break?
buddy. Hey, buddy. Do you know how to use mail?
Have
You know
you
what?
I've been
I
in
felt-
this group
yeah,
with
I
this guy
felt
named
like-
Legend, and he's always using it.
Oh,
Have you heard of?
I was doing Special Olympics, like,
Yeah.
and they were kind of just asking me if
Have
I
you heard about our Lord and Savior limit break?
aw.
Do you have a moment?
I
to
just said, yeah.
talk? Yeah.
My mommy told me about that.
I was supposed to talk to about
Not
limit break
supposed to
to
type to
strangers.
people. Not supposed to type to people. The human head weighs. Whatever it is.
So, have y'all been doing the Halloween events at all for Final Fantasy?
No.
I have not.
No.
You?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got my witch's broom riding
Yeah?
around.
So
Stuff
what
and-
kind of events are they?
It's
Quests.
really not much of events. There's a few quests. Basically, they make
Yeah.
you do, and then you finish them, and you get like a minion. And
Yeah.
And,
I did them last year with
mount.
the minion, but that's
Are they fun?
No, it's a quest.
No.
It's a
I mean,
fucking
they're
quest.
Final Fantasy quests.
Damn.
I mean, it's just,
You go out, you kill
gotta
some
do
shit,
it.
and you come back and turn in the goddamn quest.
yeah, pretty much.
And they go, ooh, Halloween.
That's probably the coolest thing is like seeing some of the characters they have in the Halloween stuff. That's probably the coolest.
The decorations are really good, but overall, I would say the holidays they overdo it. Like everything's freaking decorated to the hill, but it's not all about decorations in my book when it comes to how you do a holiday in an MMO. And I would say Final Fantasy, for all their efforts, they put a lot of effort into it. They're not the best at Halloween.
Well, what about Guild Wars too? I didn't experience it last year, and I assume y'all might have. How did they do?
Guild Wars 2 is the best at Halloween.
Really?
Yeah, really.
So tell me about it. What I gotta
okay.
go in.
Okay, well, the first year, this is just like to kind of set the stage. The very first year Guild Wars 2 came out, they came out in like August, right? I mean, we're going back.
Halloween event came out in August.
No, the game. And they
Was
had
it August 28th or September 28th?
but it was fall.
It was August
We did-
because
okay,
we were
we're
in
nitpicking.
celebration.
Okay.
I think it was August, but okay. So August, and then we get to October, and then all of a sudden, like what you have is the main hub of the entire city of this game that's only been out like 2 months, right, or maybe 3, depending on what we're saying here. This
How many
fountain.
glasses of wine?
Yeah. How many glasses of wine you drank? It depends on that. And the focal point of the city is this lion fountain that's amazing. And the developer that made that should cry to this day that they took it out of the game. But it blows up in the middle of this live event that they have for Halloween, for their initial Halloween event, because Guild Wars 2 will do like actual live events that can't be repeated. And this big Mad King rises out of the center, and he's got this huge pumpkin head, and he sucks everyone down that's at this live event into the portal that goes into this like dungeon for the Halloween event. And so there's a Halloween dungeon for it, and all you have to do is like right click on the portal that goes down there. Like that's what you have to do. I don't know what you have to do this year because it just
It's a
started
door.
today. Oh, that's
It's
more disappointing. But
Well, no, it's the same door that they used last year. It's like there's like a portal door that you can open up and go into.
there's also these labyrinths that open up. This is like this never-ending maze of just like, it's pretty much you go into it and it's a dungeon that starts off and it never ends, and it auto levels like whatever character you go into that. This is totally separate from the Mad King event. This is another labyrinth event, and then that like auto levels you to like max level, or it did. I don't know what they're doing now because like things are a little convoluted for me now that like this holiday event is also coinciding with a expansion same exact day, so
all right.
things may have changed. But that was
Oh
this,
God, what just happened?
I
He
don't
blew it
know.
up.
I don't know.
I did.
ruined
I
it.
apologize
I
for that.
broke it. But that was this like never-ending dungeon that just kept going and going and going. You could just kind of like log in, do this dungeon forever with your buddies, and like that was cool. And then what else? There's also there's more stuff with that. I mean, there's like broomsticks you
For the
can ride and
most, for the
stuff
most
too.
part, it hasn't changed. A couple years ago, I don't remember. I don't believe it was last year. I think it was the year before that they introduced the added story, because there was the Mad King Thorn. It was like the main antagonist of the Halloween event. And then a year or two ago, they introduced his son, the Bloody Prince. And there's this whole storyline that goes in between those two, and there's dialogue that happens that you can hear while you're in the labyrinth. They're chatting with each other. They added like actual like lore story into their Halloween. That's what really made it cool. But event wise, there's also the clock tower that was there the first year, and I think it's come back every year since. It's essentially a really hard jumping puzzle. One of the things that's pretty well known in Guild Wars 2 is the jumping puzzles, and the clock tower is a timed jumping puzzle that is incredibly difficult. But I love it. I've already completed it once today. So
I've never completed it.
no, it's
The first year it
it's
came
not hard.
out, I
Or
tried
it's not
it.
easy.
I tried
that-
it and I
that-
got close, but I never did
Yeah.
it.
But no cigar.
I've done
So that
all the
leads me
others.
to another question though with Final Fantasy, because I'm Well, actually, I'm level 16 because of those experience books, but I'm still in the like 1 to 14, 1 to 15 area. Like I've never found like a main.
Are you in our guild? Did we even bother to invite you?
No, y'all don't. Yeah, y'all don't want me in that.
No, trust me. Like it is literally probably the 4 of us. That's it. So.
But sure, invite me. But yeah, like, do you just? Is it just part of the storyline? You finally get to it, or do I need to like actively seek this out?
You saying in Final Fantasy or Guild Wars?
Guild Wars.
Guild Wars.
Guild Wars. Okay.
You gotta actively seek a lot of stuff out in Guild Wars too.
Well, the Halloween stuff. Are you speaking Halloween stuff?
Yeah, story.
The main city, the hub city.
Lion's Arch.
I
don't know.
You should be able to get to Lion's Arch relatively early in the game. All you have to do is be able to go to your race's main city, and inside there will be a portal that you can take directly to Lion's Arch. And then from there you can go and do any of the Halloween stuff.
I see what he's saying, though. He was asking, like, does the story lead you there? And I don't know if that happens.
No.
So,
I think it's just something you need
so I
to
gotta
know.
look for... Like, I don't even know where
Just
my
a random
race's
portal.
main city is.
Mm.
I don't know if I'm in it, like running around doing these quests. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
I kind of get the
I think
feeling
you
you
would've.
didn't read much of your
No,
stuff.
I don't read anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You might not have read a lot of stuff there.
Don't trust any of that. Just don't read it.
Yeah, no, text is for losers.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you want to read a book, that's stupid. They read them to you these days. audibletrial.com
Yeah.
/the MMO Show.
Don't do that. No.
We have no connection with that link.
We haven't set that up yet.
There's someone making money off of it, but not us.
Oops.
That's all right.
My money.
It's not our money. Anyway.
But yeah, while it's here, I highly recommend checking out the Halloween stuff. It's very, very well done.
I will. I log in every day now to get my stuff.
I never
have
do
to.
that. I never
Every
do
day.
that.
And now you do that only with one character? Is
You do that
what
with-
reveals?
Yeah,
It's
you're only
account
gonna get it account bound, so it only just log in with whatever. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And you can trade
does
that stuff.
everyone? Does everyone here have Heart of Thorns?
Heart of Thorns.
Yes,
Game
I
of
do.
Thrones?
They should have called it that, but Brent, did you get Heart of Thorns?
I believe that's how I got the game, I
Yeah,
think.
I think you bought the whole caboodle.
Okay. So,
Because-
like, do we want to go through each person? Like, what's your plan to like explore this package? Are you gonna roll a new character, go to the existing one? Like, what's everyone gonna do?
Steve, your thoughts.
I joined a few of the betas to try out certain classes that I was interested in, specifically the Reaper class for the elite spec for the Necromancer, and then the Druid elite spec for the Ranger. Those were the two that I was most interested in. And I didn't really love the Druid. I do like playing a healer, as I found out from Final Fantasy, but something with that I was hoping, oddly enough, even though I wish that Guild Wars 2 was more of a Holy Trinity style game, I oddly didn't like the how they put in healing in Guild Wars
But did
2.
it seem like it could be a main healer?
I think that's kind of the idea going in, is that with the raid content that they're doing, that they added more support.
The option of doing it. Yeah.
They're like, hey guys, we forgot something with the original game.
There's like
no
3
healer."
things we need, and we didn't do any of them. So
We really hedged our bets on people not like playing an
did
MMO, like an MMO.
DPS.
Yeah. So yeah,
So that's what kids are for.
that's what I guess.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
But I instead picked up the Reaper. I'm playing that, and that's kind of my intent. Is just I was liking my Necromancer more than my Ranger the last few months that I had played, and so I'm going to continue going down that
Did you
route.
say you picked up the Reaper or Ranger?
Reaper, the elite spec.
Is that of Ranger? Or?
No, the Reaper is the Necromancer elite spec.
Okay, I have done zero research. So
it's essentially the necromancer gets to wield a great sword and becomes more of a tank.
Okay, and people were really excited for that. I remember that.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
It's kind of more of what I want.
In the chat room.
No, yeah, I remember seeing a lot of people on social media who really like Necro and were excited that they could wield that weapon. So.
Yep. Excited, but yeah, the engineer looks cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. I played my Tempest Elementalist, and that looks cool. But yeah, the engineer elite spec looks really cool. I'm excited to do that because that's my second character.
Yeah. But you've also been playing around with the Revenant?
Yeah, I roll one of those and level it up some. And what I was really intrigued about that was just how different the spec lines were, where you can they give you an option where you can hit F1 or F2 and kind of flip between specializations, and they really hammer home where one of them can be a healing class or one of them can be a damage class, and that's kind of where I was talking in the Slack. Reminded me of the Friar.
Oh, okay.
You can wield a staff with that class and do some DPS and healing. So I'm interested in playing more of that and kind of seeing if that's actually what that class could be. Can you be formidable with a staff and also heal?
Right. Neat. Shannon, what's your plan?
I want to play the new guy so I can see what's going on with the new guy.
Cool.
Yeah, well put.
Yup. Is it just a healer?
Revenant, no. I mean, you can do a lot of other things.
I like healer. Just it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Good.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't.
You have an 80 level class that you're looking in?
No, I've got like 480s, but that's not really.
You don't care anything about them.
No, I don't. I kind of wanted to check out the new stuff, the new guy, and run around with the new stuff. I like my old dudes. Actually, probably my Guardian be the one that I'd be most likely to go into, but I'm not interested enough in that advanced class to worry about at this point with doing no research. I'm just not there yet. So, being someone who's just kind of wanting to fumble into it and have fun and not freak out about all of it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Don't want it to be a big deal. Just want to play the game.
All right. Yeah. Brent, what are you playing? I forgot to ask.
Oh, the short magey thing. I shoot fire and stuff.
Elementalist?
Sure. Sounds
all
great.
Right.
They're great.
So yeah, no, I just I log in every day and get my points and
get your level up scrolls.
So yeah, so I guess in a few weeks I'll be max level or something.
Yeah. Good day or something.
I think I get 3 scrolls this week. Then I'll get 4 next week.
No, I don't know.
When I logged in today, I went near the bank and I saw so many people just leveling their classes.
Yeah.
Just use and see, I want to see the Halloween stuff, so I'll probably get in this weekend and play some and see that. And I was thinking of pretty much going into every MMO that I have here and seeing like their Halloween thing. Like we need like an article on who did Halloween the best in the MMO world. Let us know if you play an MMO and you think they do the best.
I agree with that because I think video game wise, isn't Halloween kind of like the ultimate video game season? Like where you kind of get the desire to go play a game because every October I feel like, okay, I need to play like Diablo or something where there is like that monster Halloween theme, and like I don't get Christmas. There might be a game or two like. But there's not any other seasons where I really feel that.
No, I totally agree with you. It's it's also coincides with the whole. It's getting colder outside. It's time to stay in and warm and play video games. Yeah. So Halloween being probably my favorite holiday. I really try to look out for things that just kind of get the holiday and the season like kind of ingrained into my daily life, and not video games as being one of the main things I do day to day. That's something I try to find. So like watching certain shows, listening to certain music, and then playing certain games.
And I think it's as MMOs progress, the newer ones come out and older ones keep making shit. I think it really behooves them to actually do something big for Halloween.
For like MMO people or developers to play around with, because I don't think they have a risk of like making people mad based on what they do with the holiday.
Right.
Yeah, there are people who get mad about Halloween, but yeah, it's less.
More of a safe bet.
Yeah, they're the same people that are getting mad that you're stabbing people in the face, too.
Yeah,
I know, but yeah, right. But you got to do it, right?
It's part of the game.
Yeah. What else are you gonna do?
Get
cool.
Holiday tree up after that.
Yeah.
Do you guys? When do you put up your Christmas tree? If you have a Christmas tree, assuming you have a Christmas tree.
After Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. We find a weekend that there's not shit going on and pull it out of the closet and stick it
Shove
up
it
and
up
throw
there.
crap on.
Yeah, we're pretty random about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're
Right around January, maybe.
Sometimes they're like super early, and sometimes we're like, it's a week before Christmas. Fuck. Depending on how the year's going, but yeah, I get
Like,
that.
do I want to go out in the garage and get all the spiders off the crap and
Yeah.
but
We've
see,
got a
once
basement,
it's up,
yeah.
like outside, I love having the lights outside and,
Oh, yeah.
and having like everything. It's almost like Halloween, like right?
Gotta
You
get
get all the
stuff up.
stuff, and you don't have the shitty bratty kids coming to your house asking for free candy. Like,
No,
go away.
Go ask your parents for Santa. It's not my problem.
I've told my wife in years past that I want to put up Christmas decorations in like first week of October, and like lights that can change colors.
Yeah.
But then put masks and shit over like all the fake Santas that make them essentially Halloween decorations, so that after Halloween's over, I can just take all that shit off, and then it's just the Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
So that I'm putting all the stuff up when it's nice outside, and then I can just wait until it gets nicer.
Zombie
to take the Christmas
snowmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'd have some people picketing your house or something.
Nah.
Well, it's fine.
Well, look at that. He's got that Jason mask on the baby Jesus. That's fucking wrong.
Yeah, you might not want to do that part of Christmas. Do the commercial
someone's
Christmas.
sacrificing the baby. Of course.
Yeah, that might not
No?
go over well. Just, that's fine.
Let me live my dream.
Go ahead. I would like to see video of it, is all I'm saying.
Anyways,
I'm going to put up some Thanksgiving lights this year. See if I can start a new tradition.
yeah.
Turkeys or just like candy corn colors?
Yeah, like lights and like blow up pilgrims and
Pilgrims.
Indians and like a big maze. Like
Corn
not
mazes
maze
would
that you
be
go
fun.
through, but like
Oh,
a corn, like
yeah.
just a huge corn blow up husk that like maybe waves as cars go by.
Crazy
They're
corn
going to think you have
husk.
cell phone service for sale.
Crazy corn husk waving balloon man. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, man.
Jason and I. Oh, go ahead.
Guys either selling cell phones or corn. I don't know.
Or meth.
Or meth.
The other.
All of it's good.
Something's wrong with them.
Jason and you what?
We're talking earlier tonight at dinner time.
It's good for couples.
Yeah, about whether or not Guild Wars 2 is going, and this isn't in any way unique, like lots of people are talking about this, like, is Guild Wars 2 with this expansion going towards the Holy Trinity or not, and how do we feel about that? And I would like to expand upon that by sharing that conversation with you all.
Well, and okay, so as a precursor to this conversation, I
Yeah.
need some info, or
Yeah,
I can
'cause
just
you're
shut up
kinda
and just
new. No,
listen.
yeah.
Like a dungeon. Like, does everybody just go in and just start blowing shit up, just
It's
running
like
around willy nilly?
bonkers crazy.
Yeah.
It is
Seems
bonkers,
fun.
and like until you all die, because like everyone doesn't know what everyone else is doing and who has whose ass, because that's the good thing about a Holy Trinity. You know who has your ass. As a tank, you know that healer's backing you up and those DPS are blasting the shit. DPS, you know, okay, I gotta, like, not hold aggro, but blast the shits to protect the tank. And then as healer, you know, heal the fuck out of everybody, but don't pull aggro and save the tank. Like, you know your role. And there's a comfort in that. And there's also a plan in that when you go into a dungeon. When you have no roles assigned, everyone's like, fuck you!
Okay.
And the same thing...
Is it just 5 DPS? They all...
I would argue, too, like, the same problem when that is, like, a problem I have with the WW and Guild Wars, too. Because in DAOC... And I'm sorry, but I always go back to this. But in DAOC, like, if I was going out there as a healer, everyone knew I was a freaking healer. And I would be a hub, and people would either set up protections around me and, like, know to bounce back to me as I healed them, and just, like, I would be healing targets. And they knew to, like, set up some sort of protection around me, and I had to move when necessary, obviously, in order to be effective in the battle plan, whether we were taking on a keep or protecting a keep. And also, if I was DPS, I knew, like, where to stand. If I was a tank, I knew where to go in those situations. In WW and Guild Wars 2, it seems because of the lack of roles, because everyone can do jack of all trades, I would say everything, but it's more of a jack of all trades, you're kind of okay at stuff. Everyone's just looking out for themselves, so it kind of, in my opinion, and my opinion is based on the fact that I've done practically zero WW because it didn't appeal to me.
No, but you've done some.
I have done some, but I would say compared to what I did in DOC, like, this is this is nil. Because it didn't appeal to me, because I didn't like I didn't like the difference. And
Sure.
maybe that's my problem in not developing with this other game. But I would say you have this big herd mentality even more so, because it's easier to be one in a number. Everyone, even though everyone's all for themselves and doing all their own shit, one in a number is not going to attract as much attention as on their own.
But the argument against that, the other side of that, is that everybody does have a role. In dungeons, you have... the mobs are basically there to kill anyways. Even if you have a Holy Trinity or not, mobs are just there to kill. Mm-hmm. The difference in Guild Wars 2 is dungeons, especially like in Fractals, the difference is that the dungeons have mechanics and everybody has to perform all the mechanics as a group.
But dungeons always have mechanics.
Not to the degree... I mean, have you done Fractals?
Yes.
Okay, the... advancing up, I can't remember the name of the one, but advancing up the stairs and having to flip switches at specific times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, old starey Fractal.
Yeah, no, I've done all the Fractals. Yeah.
I haven't.
When we did Raven,
so I could just make fun of it. Yeah.
No, I'm not making fun of it. I did them all with Ravenkin, and we had people who, studied them and said, okay, but that was a situation where I was in a group, and in every single instance, someone said, okay, you're going to do this mechanic, you're going to do this mechanic, you're going to do this mechanic, and you're going to do this. Like, they learned it beforehand and told everyone what role they were going to play so we could do the fractal.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were going to continue.
I didn't no.
But what would be the... I like the Holy Trinity, it's fine, but it's kind of a rinse and repeat thing.
As opposed to...
just having, like, certain steps that you have to go through in a dungeon.
But even though you have a role, those steps are still taken in the dungeon. It's just your players know which role that each individual is taking.
Sure. You're in regards to combat.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just going to have to play one because I'm still so confused.
Yeah.
Like how a dungeon works. Like, are there healers in the game, but you can do both?
Not really.
No.
I mean, there's some abilities that not everybody, but a certain class will have. Like the ranger has a essentially like a AOE cleansing ability, so that if someone's rooted or has a condition on them, they can be cleansed.
And
like each class has certain things like that.
to be
Right.
Okay,
fair,
let's play
and,
this
and
out.
You can't
just,
like target someone to
and
heal
just
them.
to be
It's just
fair, I love Guild Wars 2, but I also love a Holy Trinity. That's my thing, and that's my hang up, and that's probably my hindrance. So, I accept that, but I can't move from it.
So, I'm still trying to grasp it. Okay, so let's play this out like visually for me. Like, we as a group, how many people in a group? 5,
I think
4,
there's
6,
5 in that one.
18.
I'm trying to remember. Is it 5?
I haven't.
So 5 people,
Just say, yeah.
mixed classes, all go into
Just-
a dungeon, and they go into the first room, and there's 5 devil demon dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe a mark one, maybe you don't. Everybody just starts firing
And you
killing
have
shit.
no idea who's gonna heal you, who's gonna do control, who's gonna do DPS, who's gonna tank. Yeah.
But it's not so much about. I mean, without the healing as part of the equation, it's more about staying out of the damage fields, because they will kind of, like, if you've seen in the game, like your class might have a field that draws a big circle
Yeah.
for like an AOE. Well, the mobs that you go up against will draw a big red circle. Do you want to dodge roll out of those or just move out of them? Kind of the same way when we were playing Final Fantasy. When the big AOE area comes up, you move out of it.
So
Now-
basically, you're all soloing together.
Yes, but I will add to what our chat room is saying right now. Maeve has joined us in our chat room. She's someone we've.
Hi, Maeve.
Maeve's awesome. She's been someone we've gamed with for years, and she's awesome. Now she says specifically, I can't speak to dungeons in GW2 because she's a big WW player instead of a PvE type of player. But she says, but most classes actually have some very defined rules that you are expected to be carried out in WW meta if you are running with organized groups, and that's true. As the game came out, it was very obvious in certain groups, especially in WW organized groups, like she's saying, that if you are this class, you're doing this, and if you're this class, you're doing this, and you had roles that became known that you were responsible for in that game, and it's a, I would say it's a bit more higher level than most Holy Trinity games. Is that fair to say?
As far as people's roles?
Yeah, like you have to be more on your
because
game.
it comes down to what
Yeah,
your spec is, what weapons you're using.
You can't really specialize as truly as you can in Holy Trinity. So you have to be really on your game to do exactly the role that you are expected to play in situations.
Right, and especially in WW, because it depends a lot on like
Can
your
shift so
positioning,
quickly.
because
Yeah.
you might run in a Zerg or part like a sizable group, and you have to be positioned properly when you're running as that group.
Yeah, and just for people listening, WVW, we keep saying that it's world versus world is what WVW means, and that is a server versus server type of battle that is in Guild Wars 2.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, just because sometimes people don't know things if they don't play the game.
I'm just gonna have to play it and see.
Yeah. Well, I'll.
Still utterly.
I'm
confused,
actually
but-
going to be starting a new character, so I'll play with you. You're going to pass me in like half an hour because you're.
No, I'm
crazy.
probably not gonna play that much. I mean, I'll
Oh
log in and
yeah,
get my-
that's. I've seen you play EQ2 3 freaking subscriptions later.
Well, I still have some growth to do in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I'm not giving up on that. Yeah.
I'm Storm Captain now. I got to get into the next level.
I'm giving myself a 1-month Halloween hiatus for Guild Wars 2, and we'll see where I'm at that point. Because I'm liking where I am at in Final Fantasy, but I can't resist the Guild Wars 2 Halloween stuff.
So, do y'all want to do that next Tuesday instead of Final
Wars 2?
Fantasy?
We could try. You know, it'd be fun.
In the labyrinth.
Well, that'd be fun. We could do a Labyrinth or a Guild Wars 2 dungeon. Either way.
Is there some kind of scaling?
Actually,
So
the
that I can
Labyrinth is
actually play
perfect
with-
because it automatically auto levels everybody. So that's
Yep.
easy.
Okay. Sweet.
Hamilton.
I'll start looking for a
Hamilton.
city.
Typey.
Sorry.
Yeah. You
Play
gotta,
background sound.
you got a
It's
mute
awesome.
thing. But also, you were the one who wanted to talk about this, but I did all the talking and you didn't really jump in.
Yeah, you've been really quiet tonight, Jason. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to have you guys work this out.
No,
Just,
that's totally not fair. You set me
Like,
up
I'm so
at
sick of this
dinner.
conversation.
We were having this huge conversation. She's like, "That's so good for the show. You should totally bring that up." I bring it up. I'm like the bitch with the alter plan over here on this show, and you're over there typing McGee. You're typing McGee.
I'm kind of torn because, I would like to play Guild Wars 2 with you all, but I've also really enjoyed the Final Fantasy dungeons we've done. More specifically, like playing a healer and being with a group where people don't hate me. So,
I mean, I can
Nobody
go
ever-
either
we
way.
still
I can
hate
still
you.
play Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Or...
I'd be up to play both, like Tuesday Final Fantasy. Maybe
Sure.
we could do another night for Guild Wars 2. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that.
I could do both,
Sounds good.
but I can't. The problem is, I'm so far behind in dungeons with you guys in Final Fantasy. You're gonna be repeating dungeons then,
But
because I can't keep this
that's-
thing up where I'm accomplishing a new dungeon.
Play it for an hour on Tuesday. It's more fun just to do it with you guys.
Okay.
So if we have to repeat dungeons, it's fine.
As long as you're fine with that.
Yeah, I don't want to quit playing Final Fantasy because I want to keep plugging away at
I don't
leveling
want to
up.
quit playing
Even-
Final Fantasy because they charge me every fucking month for it. So
They got my money.
yeah, and do you know how much of a pain in the mother effing
Yeah.
it is to
Oh, I
cancel
do.
that subscription?
That's why I did time cards.
I really thought long and hard about resubbing because it was such a pain to
Yeah, this is if I stop buying time cards, well, I guess, yeah, I don't have to really access the site other than just dump in a time card number, but yeah,
That's a lot more than I'm doing, so yeah.
it's still a pain in the butt. So if I buy a card, I'm going to play for those 2 months.
Alright.
Woohoo!
Good.
I think,
I like though that we have a very difference of opinion on dungeon rolls, like with me and you. Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm right, but yeah, it's cool.
no, I mean, the extra weird thing is that, I see why they did what they did in Guild Wars, and I think it works
I do.
perfectly fine, but I'm also not a big dungeon person. I don't really care for them.
The dungeons
I
I've
think
the dungeons I've done have been messy at best. It's
In Guild Wars?
yeah, you really the best ones were because I knew who I was playing with because I played so many other things with them that it all worked out because I knew so and so was I knew that player mostly does this and that player mostly likes to do this. So we
Right.
played everyone's strengths and knew everyone had their backs. So we had this more or less because of this bond we had, we knew where to play. And I've been out of Guild Wars for a long time and I don't even play with those people anymore. So now going back to build that back up again, it's exhausting in my mind. Whereas if you had a Holy Trinity just from my perspective, it just seems like it'd be so much easier to just have all that defined.
Sure.
But
I just think games
understand.
aren't making healers as fun as they could be.
yes.
I hate to even bring it up, but Warhammer to me had the best healers of any game
Yeah.
I've ever played.
The
MMO.
shaman?
Absolutely. I totally agree.
The Disciple of Cain was freaking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Supplicane, Shaman, the Room Priest, they were all fantastic.
And you were never lacking in
I would
the
say the
healers.
Zealot
So
was
it was
pretty bland, but yeah.
So it's like, I queue up for a dungeon now and I wait forever because I'm a DPS. I've thought about only doing dungeons on my tank so I can get in immediately
Yeah.
every time you queue.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with being DPS. But it's also you get to be lazy in dungeons pretty much because no one's going to die because of me.
Yeah.
No one's going to blame you if people die. It's always going to be the healer or the tank.
You didn't keep aggro. Fuck you. Blast.
You're about 20% low on your DPS numbers.
Yeah, they don't even let you have DPS meters. I want to see how much smackdown I'm laying.
But the problem with DPS is you don't actually want to lay down too much because then the tank and the healer's both gonna get mad because you pulled too much aggro.
Hey, you're fucking up. You're pulling aggro.
Too much.
That just means the tank isn't holding aggro.
Well, depending.
No,
It's just how you phrase it.
It's depending on
whenever,
the level.
whenever a DPS has that said to them, you know they're rock. They are just granite down in their crotch. They are so hard.
Whoa, that is obscene, sir.
Yeah, that's what all DPS wants. They're like, that damn right, I pulled aggro, bitches.
They just want to feel something down there.
Wow. Maeve says we're all so drunk. Maeve, you're not.
Yeah.
Maeve, you're not drunk enough, you bitch. And you don't call me anymore, so fuck you.
Yeah. We should probably wrap up and go play some Guild Wars.
I could do that.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we did hijack the show, didn't we? With discussion.
That's what the show's for.
Discussion?
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Has anybody been cheating on MMOs with anything?
No.
I've been playing Smite, and I played
Yeah.
a little bit of the Sky Saga, which was pretty. It was actually a pretty cool game. I'll probably play it some more.
I've heard a little bit about that. Well, like, what is that?
It's a Minecraft clone, but it makes me like you go in and you're like, God, how did Minecraft make so goddamn much money?
Wow.
And it's so popular and can't seem to add anything new to the game. And games clones come out all the time that look better, actually play better, have so much more content.
But they were
and
the
so much
concept
more.
guys, right? It's kind of like Samsung with the iPhone. You wouldn't be there.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's debate on, he kind of stole the ideas from like a Phenominer and a couple of games. So
Okay.
it's anyway. All I'm saying is it really breaks my heart. I'm kind of glad I stopped the shaft because I would have just been irate and ranting every episode.
All these games are better. Why aren't you listeners playing them?
Just put in a hang glider. What is wrong with you?
Maeve, do you want to join our show real quick? Actually, we're gonna go play. Actually,
Oh, should I be logging in?
I
We need to end the show
Officially
proper.
off, Yeah.
Wait, before you do that, I want to know this. Someone needs
wait,
to
wait.
tell me this. Guild Wars 2. Why will it not save my freaking password? It's got a button that says save password.
Mine does.
I think it should. There might be an option to verify via email. After that, like mine, I don't have to enter it ever. I can just... It checks your IP and makes sure that it's you. So there might be an option of verification to
I
do
always type it in so I don't forget it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's so like crazy long that I have to copy and paste it from my password keeper every time. And now I'm drunk and I'm pasting over the password, so I don't think I'll ever get back in now.
All right. Did we end the show proper?
No, we should
sorry,
all
I screwed
say
it up. My fault.
officially. We should all say good night. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone
Good night.
else? Go ahead.
Get the fuck out of here.
There you go.
Said like a
Fuck
pro.
it. Put that to bed. Let's log off.
Show is in the can. Thanks for listening to the MMO Show. Questions, comments, feedback, errors, etc. can be sent to email.themmoshow@gmail.com. We invite you to write a review on iTunes, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and various other social media at The MMO Show, and visit our website at themmoshow.com. I don't know if I'm into this anymore.
Now let's just cancel it.
Yeah.